Told my fiance I needed passion and left him. When I regretted it, I showed up at his house. A stunning brunette opened the door and said, "Oh, you must be Rachel. He told me all about you and why you lost him." Hi, I'm Rachel, 37. I've never posted anything like this before, but I can't carry it inside anymore. I lost the best thing I ever had, and I did it with my eyes wide open. And now I live every day with the weight of that choice. People say hindsight is 20/20ths. But it's something else when your whole life breaks down in front of you, and it's your own hand swinging the hammer. I was engaged to a man named Mike. He's 39. We were together almost 7 years. He was calm, steady, and kind. The kind of guy you trust without even trying. He listened more than he spoke. He never raised his voice. He treated my parents like his own. And for a long time, that was more than enough. We lived in Portland, Oregon. Had a small 2-bedroom near Mount Tabor. Our dog, Pepper, used to sleep at the foot of our bed. We split chores without needing to argue. We had plans. A wedding in the summer. A long honeymoon in Italy. Kids maybe in a year or two. It wasn't a bad life. It was a good life. But somewhere in the middle of it, I got restless. I can't really explain it. I started feeling like the walls were closing in. Nothing was wrong, but nothing excited me either. I'd come home from work, we'd make dinner, watch a show, talk a little, go to bed. It was quiet. Predictable. Safe. Too safe. And then I met someone at the gym. His name was Zach. He was younger. Not by much, but enough to feel it. He was loud, flirty, full of energy. Every time we talked, I felt awake. I didn't flirt, at least not at first. But I didn't exactly shut the door either. I started looking forward to going to the gym more than coming home. I started dressing nicer, taking more time getting ready, putting on makeup even for errands. I told myself I just wanted to feel good. But deep down, I was craving something I couldn't name. Then one night, after dinner, I told Mike I needed more passion. That something was missing. He just stared at me, fork in hand, not angry, just confused. He asked if something happened. I said no. I told him I wasn't unhappy with him, I was just unfulfilled. He looked hurt, but he didn't push back. He said he didn't want me to feel trapped. He said maybe we both needed to think. I moved out 2 weeks later. We didn't break up officially. We just called it space. I packed a few bags, left Pepper with him, and stayed at my friend Melissa's place in Beaverton. I told myself I was figuring things out. But the truth is, I was chasing something. I went out more, drank more, spent more time with Zach. Nothing physical happened between us for a while. We'd talk after workouts, sometimes get coffee, once went for a long walk in the rain, and ended up sitting in his car for hours just talking. There was electricity. I kept telling myself it was innocent. But emotionally, I knew I was drifting. Mike texted sometimes. Asked how I was. Said Pepper missed me. Said he hoped I was okay. I'd reply, but keep it short. I thought keeping my distance was the mature thing. I didn't want to confuse him. Truth was, I was already confused enough for the both of us. Then one night, Zach kissed me. I didn't pull away. I kissed him back. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept seeing Mike's face. The way he'd look at me while cooking. The way he'd hold my hand while we walked to the grocery store. The way he once stayed up all night with me while I cried over losing my aunt. Zach made me feel alive, but Mike made me feel safe. Loved. Known. And I realized something that wrecked me. I had traded depth for thrill. Over the next few weeks, I started pulling away from Zach. Stopped responding to his messages. Told him I needed to clear my head. I started replaying every moment with Mike like an old film I couldn't shut off. I missed our boring nights. I missed his smell. I missed him. I thought I could go back. I thought, if I showed up and told him everything, how sorry I was, how I made a mistake, how I never stopped loving him, he'd open his arms and take me home. So I went. It was a gray Saturday morning. Raining, of course. I stood in front of our house, heart pounding. I didn't text. Didn't call. I just knocked. The door opened. But it wasn't Mike. It was her. A woman. Maybe late 20s. Gorgeous. Dark brown hair tied in a loose braid. Tall. Effortless. She was wearing one of Mike's hoodies. Barefoot. Holding a coffee mug. She looked at me like she already knew who I was. "Oh," she said with a smile. "You must be Rachel." I froze. "Yeah. I'm looking for Mike." She nodded, still smiling. "He's here. I'll get him." But before she left, she said something I'll never forget. "He told me all about you. And why you lost him." I don't remember what my face looked like, but inside, I felt like I'd just been pushed off a cliff. There was no anger in her voice. No sarcasm. Just certainty. Like she didn't see me as competition. like she knew she'd already won. Mike came to the door a moment later. His face changed when he saw me. Not shocked, just sad. Hey, he said. Hi, I said, barely holding it together. Can we talk? He looked behind him, then stepped outside and closed the door gently behind him. I stood under the porch, arms wrapped around myself. I made a mistake, I said. I thought I needed excitement. But I didn't. I needed you. I never should have left. I was just scared. I thought love had to be loud. But now I get it. I get what we had. And I want to come home. He stared at me for a long time. Rain was dripping off the porch roof in slow, steady taps. Rachel, he said. I waited for you. For months. I didn't date anyone. I kept everything the same. I kept hoping you'd come back. I'm here now, I said. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I believe you, he said. And I know you mean it. But I can't go back there. Why? I whispered. Because I gave everything I had. And when I needed you to fight for us, you walked away. I had no words. He looked down, then back at me. I wish you well. I really do. But I'm moving forward now. He didn't say her name. Didn't need to. I nodded slowly. My hands were shaking. I stepped down off the porch. The rain soaked my hair. I didn't care. I walked away. And I haven't stopped crying since. I didn't go back to Beaverton that day. I walked around downtown Portland for hours instead, aimlessly, soaking wet, numb. I passed the places we used to go, our favorite Thai place on Division, the little bakery where he'd get me lemon tarts, the bookstore where we met. Every corner felt like it had a piece of us stuck to it. And then, something strange happened. That night, around 10 p.m., I got a text from Mike. You forgot your necklace. I found it in the drawer. Want me to leave it on the porch? I stared at the message for a long time. It was short, plain, but he hadn't blocked me. He didn't ignore me. He noticed something of mine. That meant something, right? I replied, thanks. I can come get it tomorrow. Okay, he said. Nothing else. I went to pick it up the next day. I didn't expect to see him. I just planned to grab the necklace and go. But it wasn't on the porch. I rang the bell, unsure what I even wanted to happen. And this time, he opened the door. No hoodie, no smile, just tired eyes. I thought you were going to leave it out? I asked. I forgot. Come in, he said. I hesitated, but stepped inside. The house smelled the same, coffee and cedarwood. But there were little changes. A different rug. New books on the shelf. Her shoes by the door. Nice place, I said, awkwardly. You changed a few things. He didn't smile. Just walked to the kitchen and handed me the necklace. I held it in my palm, then looked up. Can I ask you something? He nodded. That woman. How long after I left did you meet her? He leaned against the counter. Almost 4 months. So, around when I started texting you again? He looked at me. Yeah. The silence between us was heavy. My heart was thudding. Do you love her? I asked. He took a breath. I don't know yet. It's different. But it's good. That answer hurt more than I expected. Because I remembered the way he used to look at me when he said those words. Now it was just facts. Just calm. She knows everything? I asked. Yeah. Even about the gym guy? I told her what mattered. I could feel the guilt crawling all over me again. Not just for leaving, but for how I left. I wanted to scream that I was sorry. That I had changed. That I didn't even talk to Zach anymore. But it all sounded so small. I was about to leave when he added, she wants to meet you. I blinked. What? She asked if I'd be okay with it. She said it might help her understand me better. I didn't say yes. I told her it was your choice. Why would she want to meet me? He shrugged. She says people aren't just villains or heroes. She thinks maybe there's something to learn from all of us. That woman wearing my fiance's hoodie wanted to meet me. Not to gloat. But to, what? Talk about heartbreak over coffee? I shook my head, confused. Is she always like that? He almost smiled. Pretty much. I left again. More confused than before. 3 days later, she emailed me. Subject, no pressure body. Hi Rachel. I hope it's okay that I reached out. I just want to say, I'm not here to hurt you or compete with you. If you ever feel like grabbing a coffee, let me know. No expectations. No drama. Her name was Elise. I didn't respond. But then something happened that pulled me back into all of it hard. Mike's mom called me. She never really liked me, but she always tried to be polite. This time, though, she sounded different. Nervous. Rachel, I hope I'm not overstepping, but I need to ask you something. Of course. Has Mike seemed off to you? Like withdrawn? Quiet. I paused. Well, I haven't seen much of him. I just talked to him and he sounded flat, distant. And the last time I visited, he seemed like he was trying too hard to act happy. I don't know. Something feels wrong. Did you talk to him about it? He brushed me off. Said he was fine. But he didn't look fine. The next day, I drove by the house. I didn't knock. I just parked across the street. The lights were on, but the windows were open and I could see Mike sitting on the couch alone. No Elise. No music. Just him, staring at the TV without actually watching. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept wondering, what if this whole thing wasn't as clear-cut as I thought? Then came the real twist. 2 days later, I got a text. From a number I didn't know. Hey, I'm Zach. You blocked me. But you should know, Mike came to the gym this morning. He looked like he wanted to punch me, but he just stared. Then left. Just thought you should know. I sat there, phone in my hand, stomach twisting. Why would Mike go to the gym? He hated that place. He never liked gyms. He said they were loud and smelled like rubber and sweat. He'd go hiking or biking, but never the gym. Why now? Was he trying to confront something? Face it? Find answers? Or was he unraveling? I needed to know. But I didn't know how to get close without looking desperate. Without making things worse. I didn't reply to Zach. I didn't call Mike. But I didn't sleep either. And the next day, I got another message. This one, from Elise. Rachel, can we talk? It's important. About Mike. I'm not sure I'm ready for what she's about to tell me. But I think I have to hear it. Even if it hurts more than anything so far. I replied to Elise's message the next morning. Just one word. Okay. We met at a small coffee shop in Northeast Portland. A neutral space. Not too close to where either of us lived. I didn't wear makeup. She came in a wool coat, simple earrings, no flash. Just presence. She spotted me first and walked over with this quiet calm that I didn't expect. Thanks for coming, she said. I nodded. I didn't know what else to do. We ordered. Saturday. Sipped. For a while, neither of us spoke. Then she said, he's not okay. I swallowed. I know. I thought he was fine, she continued. But he's not. And I think it's because of you. Not in a blaming way. Just unfinished. There was no hate in her voice. That's what made it worse. I left him, I said softly. And then I came back too late. I thought I could just say sorry and fix everything. But it doesn't work like that. Elise leaned forward. He told me about you in pieces. Little stories. The inside jokes you had. The way you folded your socks together. The way you hated cilantro. He told me about the dog. Your hikes. The lemon tarts. All of it. I looked away. My throat burned. And then one night, she said, he cried in the middle of dinner. Just cried. No warning. I didn't know what to do. That image cracked something in me. I don't want to hurt him, I whispered. I know you don't, she said. But you already did. So did I, in a different way. I told myself I could be the one to heal him. But that's not what he needs right now. So what does he need? She paused. I think he needs the truth. The whole truth. Not half conversations. Not quiet resentment. Not dancing around it. I think it's time someone actually talked to him and stopped being afraid of what might happen. And so it was decided. We wouldn't plan it. Wouldn't rehearse it. But the three of us were going to talk. 2 nights later, Elise called Mike and said she invited me to her place. And she wanted him to come, too. He hesitated. But agreed. I showed up 10 minutes early. Elise made tea. We didn't speak. We waited. He arrived right on time. When he saw me sitting on her couch, something flickered in his face, panic, confusion, anger. Maybe all three. What is this? He asked. Elise stood up. This is me getting out of the way. She picked up her coat, walked to the door, and said, you two need to say what you've been carrying. I'll be back in an hour. And just like that, it was just us. He stood near the door, jaw clenched. This is a bad idea. Maybe I said. But we never really had the talk. Not all of it. Not what really happened. He didn't move. Just looked at me with eyes I used to know so well. Now they were tired. Worn. I shouldn't have left, I said. I was bored. I was scared. I thought maybe I was missing out. And instead of being honest, I just disappeared. He sat down slowly. And Zach, he asked. We kissed. Once? I pulled away after. Nothing else happened. But I know that doesn't make it better. His hands were clasped. You never said that before. I didn't want to hurt you more. Well, it hurt anyway. There was a long silence. The weight of everything we didn't say pressing in. I was mad at you, he said. I was so mad. But mostly, I was mad at myself. I thought I failed you. Like maybe if I had been more exciting, something, you wouldn't have gone looking for it somewhere else. No, I said quickly. Don't do that. You didn't fail me. I failed myself. I didn't even know what I wanted until I threw everything good away. He looked down. And Elise? I don't hate her. She's strong. She sees you in ways I didn't. He nodded slowly. But she doesn't know me like you did. And there it was. I felt tears sting my eyes. Then why are you with her? Because she met me where I am now. Not where I used to be. You want the man from 2 years ago. The one who still believed everything could last. I'd take you now, I said. Exactly as you are. Broken, confused, whatever. I'd take you in pieces. His voice cracked. I don't know if I have pieces left to give you. We didn't scream. We didn't curse. But it was somehow worse. Like we were pulling our own hearts apart slowly, thread by thread. When Elise came back, she found us both sitting in silence. She looked at us. Then said quietly, I'll give you 1 more hour. But after that, you both need to decide. For real. And she stepped into the bedroom. That last hour felt like the final breath of something that had already died. He told me about nights he cried alone. I told him about how I still talk to Pepper when I walk past the park. He told me Elise was kind, but that he felt like a ghost around her sometimes. I told him I still wore the ring sometimes when I couldn't sleep. We didn't make promises. We didn't ask what comes next. And when the hour was up, he stood, walked to the bedroom door, and knocked softly. Elise opened it, eyes full of questions. He turned to me and said, I need time. I nodded. Take it. And I left. The next few weeks were quiet. No texts. No calls. Just me, learning how to live inside the space I created with my choices. I took long walks. I deleted Zach's number. I started therapy. I visited Mike's mom once. She hugged me without saying much. Her eyes said enough. I don't know what will happen between Mike and Elise. Or between Mike and me. All I know is, I finally faced everything. All of it. No more pretending. No more soft lies. I let go of what I thought love should look like. And now, I'm just trying to figure out what love really is. Some days, I feel hopeful. Some days, I feel like I've lost everything that ever mattered. But most days, I just feel quiet. And maybe that's okay. For now.